What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in this video we have a trade by the Texas Rangers. The Rangers traded right-handed pitcher Albert Abreu, who we got in the Jose Trevino trade from the New York Yankees. We traded him to the Kansas City Royals because he was designated for assignment, but I'll touch on that a little bit later in the video. But if this is your first time watching the Texas Rangers Report, make sure to subscribe right now because I'm your #1 source for all things Texas Rangers related on YouTube. And make sure to join the Discord. That link will be in the description down below on the Discord. In case you don't know what that is, it's basically a whole group chat for Texas Rangers. We discuss live game chats, news, rumors, MLB draft, etc. So if you haven't done any of those two things, make sure to do that right now down below. So yeah, Albert Abreu is a hard-throwing right-handed pitcher who we got in the Jose Trevino trade, and he was out of options, but he's a hard thrower. So the hope was maybe this guy, maybe he could stick in the back end of the bullpen, and with the extended pitchers, maybe we could sneak him through, maybe we could get something out of him, but that wasn't the case. And it kind of worried me that he, about a month ago or 3 weeks ago, he had an outing where he pitched, and it didn't really seem like he got hurt, but the Rangers put him on the injured list or the injured reserve, whatever it's called nowadays. And to me, it kind of seemed like the Rangers were stashing him. And after this designated for assignment, it really does seem like they're doing that now. In case you guys don't know what that means, sometimes players aren't really technically hurt. Maybe they have like a tiny injury that usually players could play through. And so in order to manipulate the roster to get players through, they say, oh, you have a hurt wrist or a hurt thumb or something like that. And that seems what they did with Albert Abreu. They kind of used the phantom IL, if you will. However, if you are an old baseball statistician, if you will, if you look at his ERA, it wasn't that bad. He had a 3.12 ERA in 7 relief outings. But if you look deeper into the numbers, that's the problem. His walks were the main issue. It seems like he was letting on at least 1 to 2 guys every single outing. So that was the problem. But if you remember, back in the day, Albert Abreu was a top 100 prospect back with the Yankees. And the Yankees acquired him from the Houston Astros and the Brian McCann trade. But he had no options. So I knew he wasn't the top 100 prospect that we're getting, but I was hoping that something could stick. He does throw gas, but obviously that isn't everything in the league. Look at Martin Perez. He throws like a 91-mile-an-hour sinker or two-seamer, whatever, and he's in the contention for Cy Young. So obviously throwing gas doesn't mean everything nowadays. However, it's notable that since the Royals did trade for Albert Abreu, he is being added to the 40-man roster, so that means the Royals will have to do something to their 40-man roster in order to make room for Albert Abreu. I'm curious what they'll be doing. However, this makes perfect sense for a team like the Royals. A team, obviously the Rangers aren't the best team in the league, but the Royals are a lot worse than the Rangers, kind of how the Rangers were last season. So it makes sense to take a flyer on Albert Abreu. If he pans out for the Royals, perfect. If not, whatever you. I mean, going on to who the Royals traded, they traded right-handed pitcher Yohanse Morel. He's 21 years old. So far, he's only pitched at high A, yeah. So the Rangers have assigned him to high A Hickory, and the reason the Kansas City Royals acquired him is because he was in the trade for Kelvin Herrera way back when. That was probably like 2017 or 2019. Yeah, one of those years. And honestly, he has not been extremely good his entire minor league career. But obviously, he was a young prospect all those other years. This year, he has 2 wins, 2 losses. Obviously, that doesn't really mean anything in today's day and age. a 4.08 ERA, and 10 relief outings. I mean, he is only 21 years old, so there is a chance that the Rangers could maybe untap something. For me personally, I'm not banking on Yohanse Morel. I'm just glad that the Rangers got something in return. So, if you backtrack a little bit here, we got Albert Abreu for Jose Trevino. So if you guys are thinking, why did we designate Albert Abreu? Because that means we got nothing for Jose Trevino. Technically, we still have two pieces for Jose Trevino. We have Yohanse Morel that just replaces Albert Abreu, and it's kind of nice because you don't have to force him to the major leagues. I mean, you had to kind of keep Albert Abreu in the majors because he had no options. And then I forget the other guy. I think his name starts with a W, but he's like a 7th round pick from Oregon. That sounds about right. And he's in low A. So those are the two guys. Maybe something, but maybe one of those guys becomes something. If not, it's okay. I know a lot of you guys like Jose Trevino, but look at what Sam Huff is doing. Look at what Mitch Garver is doing as a DH, of course. And Jonah Heim is maybe one of the best catchers in the league right now. It's really crazy. So that just touches on the trade. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But recapping the Tampa Bay Rays series, it was honestly a heartbreaker or a little bit disappointing. Yes, we did split the series, and some people might be happy with that. A really good team splitting a series with a really good team like the Tampa Bay Rays, 2-2. But personally, after the first two games, it really seems like the Rangers should have at least won the series 3-1. I'm not saying we should have swept them 4-0 because obviously even bad teams like Oakland, they beat us one game in a 4-game series. But John Gray had a really good start in that third game, and we just let that game slip away. Obviously, that fourth game, it never really seemed like we were going to win that game. Taylor Hearn was shaky. Yes, we did get guys on base, and there were opportunities to tie the game or win the game. It just never seemed like that was our game. But that third game of the series, John Gray was pitching amazing. 7 innings, 12 strikeouts. We had the lead, and we just let it slip away. And now we're 2 games under 500. Obviously, I knew we weren't going to win all 4 games, but just winning the game prior, we won, so we were at 500, and then we lost that, so we were under 500, so that sucked a little bit. Now we're 2 games under, but now we're facing Seattle. They had high hopes coming into the season. They aren't playing spectacular, so we'll see what happens. And the Rangers are a pretty good team at home. Dane Dunning will be on the mound today. I think it's a 3-game series, so that'd be Dane Dunning, Glenn Otto, and Martin Perez. I think we should be able to win the series just because our pitching's been doing well, and we're a pretty good team at home. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I know Seattle has high hopes, and they have good players as well. But I think we can win the series. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the channel with other Texas Rangers fans. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one.